The PodMagic System, Part 1, Getting Started. The PodMagic System. The PodMagic System is about honing multiple streams of income from work done one time. The PodMagic System is a pay-it-forward team approach designed to work within the many network marketing compensation plans, allowing each participating independent business owner to begin with a fractional investment of which a large percentage of that investment is returned on the fourth week. An entry into each of the additional modules is funded by the system itself while also funding love chapters. Now, I just told you that when we were watching the opening page. So I will continue. Green dot money movement, green dot cards, and PayPal cards, very important part of our system because we need to move money and have it in somebody else's account or for their use immediately. So green dot debit and money cards. You get a debit card to use your funds immediately and you can deposit amounts from any money pack or load card to your account within minutes. PayPal is by far the most well-known instant transfer of money, but if you don't have a PayPal debit card, you would have to wait for days to receive your monies in a bank account to apply to another debit card in order to enroll into that company. No one has to know any personal financial information with the Green Dot card, just a contact medium to exchange the money pack numbers. A load card can also be given or received in person via email or telephone. The really good news is you can start with a Green Dot debit card until you receive a PayPal debit card because PayPal accepts Green Dot money packs as a deposit to your PayPal account. So basically what I'm saying is if you don't already have a PayPal debit card, then you might want to apply for one, but in the meantime, go to your local Wally World department store, that's Walmart. Go to your local Wally World department store, your chain drug store, and they sell Green Dot debit cards. The cost to put, I think, a minimum of $20 on the Green Dot card is $4.95, and from that point on you can do all your transactions online. The point I'm trying to make is that either is good as long as you have a way to transfer money quickly to a debit card that you use to enroll yourself into a business module and a way to transfer money quickly to another person. Okay, love chapter funding and you funding. This is pretty important. Love Chapter's funding comes from the pass up amounts from PL3 and PL4 legs from business modules 2 through 18. Now I know that was Greek, but just bear with me and remember it because as we move forward you'll understand it. PL1 and PL2 pass ups always remain with you to purchase your enrollment into the next business module, to which you will receive your contribution back, making the cost of business pretty much zero. Each of your BB and CC legs will enroll into each business module as the first. The pass up from BB and CC is paid forward for your next teammate to be enrolled into the business module. By the way, your team is considered the AA team. So a BB team and a CC teams are teams of 8 where you're going to enroll the founder and they will gather their teammates, 7 teammates. So the PL1 and 2 legs will pass up to you on week 6 and 8 from your enrollment into that newest business. Each module enrollment is for entry enrollment and the first month's auto ship. Each entry is provided with the use of the returned contribution monies and or PL1 or PL2 leg pass ups. Remember that any monies that you use for team enrollment are returned within 4 weeks. Auto ship amounts are adding up in weeks 12 to 24, so 3 to 6 months, but they're being provided for by the business they are for. In other words, we're setting you up for success in each individual business. The question is, are you willing to pay $300 for a business each and every month that pays you 5, 10, 20 times that amount each month? Yeah, of course you are. It's kind of like a no-brainer. You have to pardon me, I have kind of a scratchy throat today. Don't know why. But anyway, the legend of the Pod Magic team legs. Now, if you think about a map, we all have we've at least seen a map, back in the day before we had MapQuest and could figure out what the mileage, but there were these little signs. One meant for a highway, one meant for a secondary road, one meant for a state highway, and then there was this inch line, and it told you that in 1 inch of space there were X amount of miles. And all of those items are considered the legend of the map. So it helped you to understand the map. So if 1 inch equaled 50 miles, and from point A where you are to point B where you want to go, it's 1.5 inches, then you know that that trip entails 75 miles. So this is the legend of the Pod Magic team legs. Okay, the pass ups from PL1 and PL2 will go to you, while the pass ups from PL3 and PL4 will go to fund the Love Chapter's office. Each team considers themselves an AA team, but we identify the legs we enroll by color and name, such as BB Red and CC Blue. The purpose for this is just visual training of the process. Example, you enroll a PL1 team founder to begin gathering his or her team. They are the team leader, yellow. What leg they are to you has no matter except to you, for they are an AA team, green, and they will enroll a BB Red and a CC Blue, legs underneath them. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. Here's the leader of your team, of the AA team. This is the person that was contacted about Love Chapters Earth Church, Love Chapters USA, and about our proprietary Pod Magic system of accumulating funding. Okay, so this enroller up here talked to this team leader and told them all about Love Chapters and the Pod Magic system. And that team leader really was interested and even had a mission of their own, but couldn't facilitate that mission because they just didn't have the money. It doesn't grow on trees. Not that it ever did, but it certainly doesn't now. So that team leader said, "Oh, definitely. What do I have to do?" And the enroller told them, "You need to go out and identify 7 other people close to your locale that you would like to work with, because you're going to build the Pod Magic system, which builds the Love Chapters office as a team. You're all going to become team players." So this AA leg went out and identified number 2 person, and they became the director of the Love Chapter office. And then they identified a secretary, and then a treasurer, and then a trustee 1, a trustee 2, a trustee 3, and a trustee 4. So now the team was set. So each of these people on this AA team will be collecting a certain amount of money, which we'll get to in the next slide. But they will be collecting a certain amount of money, a very minimal amount, for, especially when you realize what it represents. But anyway, they'll be collecting and passing up to this person, this team leader. This team leader is going to enroll himself into the first business under this enroller and pay for his first month's auto ship. So, in essence, 2 months of business. And the remainder of what was collected will be passed up to the enroller. We call that the pass up. So, remember over here, right here, we said the pass ups from PL1. Well, okay, so each member of this team is going to enroll a BB leg who will be the team leader that will go out and identify 7 other friends to join him to form a team location of Love Chapters Earth Church. The same with CC, PL1, PL2, PL3, and PL4. The difference is that the pass up, that undisclosed amount that you'll learn about in future slides from BB and CC will go to you. But you will be giving that to the next team member. You will be paying it forward for your number 2 team member to buy in his first month's enrollment plus his second month's auto ship. When number 2 has a BB and a CC leg, they will pass down to number 3, the secretary, to enroll in the first month's auto ship and first month's enrollment and the second month's auto ship. Okay, so now let's get to these PL legs. These PL legs you're going to enroll, but you don't have a team member to pay forward. So what they pass up, you keep. What PL2 passes up, you keep. Because what you're going to use those monies for is in week 6, when this one comes due in week 6, and week 7, you're going to use it to enroll into Business Module Group 2 or Business Module Group 3. The PL3 and the PL4 legs in Business Modules 2 through 18 will go to fund Love Chapters. And this happens for each and every team member. Okay, so now you can kind of understand. So everybody's going to be part of an AA leg, and everybody is going to have enrolled a BB leg and a CC leg. Of course, how we do it's a little bit different than what you're used to, but it's just done because we believe in teamwork. Okay, and all the PL legs are purple, and they will be passing up monies to you. Okay, so if we're ready, we'll continue to the next slide. Here's a good one. This is the formula so you understand where that pass up comes from. The module entry configuration. Using the first module, now this is the actual first module as the example. The entry fee to enroll into that company is $265 for one person. The second month's auto ship order is $265 for that one person. The total entry plus the second month's auto ship is $530. 50% of $530 is $265, which we're going to call the pass up amount. So the pass up is always half of the total amount of the first month's entry fee and the second month's auto ship. Okay, so the grand total for the team is $800. This is how the money transfers. There's $800 for the team total for product, auto ship, and pass up. It's actually 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3, but that's beside the point. Okay, it's going to cost $100 per team member for a contribution. $265 is the pass up portion, and $100 is returned on week 4 to each team member. AA is your team of 8. BB and CC pass ups are the pay it forward for the next team member on the AA team, your team. PL 1 and 2, you are the enroller of, and the pass ups in this first business module goes to enrolling into Module 2, while Module 1 is building momentum. Yeah, remember, we've already built Module 1. PL3 and PL4 pass ups of the first module also go to you to enroll in the third module group. The letter legs are what allows your entire team to build each module, while your PL 1 and 2 provide the funds to enter each module. Any amount contributed by a team member to enter a module is returned on week 4 from entry, when the 8th team member receives pass up amounts from BB and CC and the AA. 3 times the pass up equals the whole of the contribution, which is then divided by the number of team members, which is equal to each team member getting 100% return of the contribution. Okay, so that's pretty incredible. So you're going to pay $100, and as the BB and CC legs are enrolled, they're each going to pass you up $265, totaling $530, which you're going to pay it forward to the next team member on your team, and you're going to enroll them under you in that particular business and give them the monies for the second month's auto ship. When they have their BB and CC leg, they're going to do likewise. 6 weeks after you have each enrolled into that particular business, whether it's the first or the 18th or the 20 millionth, doesn't matter. 6 weeks afterwards, you will receive the pass up amount for that particular business. At 8 weeks, you will receive the pass up from PL2 from that particular business. So, and it's always the same for everybody. It doesn't matter. If you started in the beginning of September, then the first pass up from the PL leg would be October 15th ish. Okay? And the 8th would be October 31st ish. Okay? But if you started in December, the first day of December, then January 15th would be the time that you would get the monies from your PL leg. So it's always 6 weeks after. And it's also 6 weeks after every new business entree. So I just wanted you to know that. Okay, so we kind of discussed this, but you begin with setting up a team. So there was somebody that was an enroller that was going to talk to the first person or the director or team leader. That team leader was then going to find 7 of his friends, making a total team of 8. So we have the director, the co-director, the secretary, the treasurer, the trustee 1, the trustee 3, and then we found a trustee 2. Okay, so, and then a trustee 4. All right, so that's pretty important. What's going to happen? Okay, so for the first business module, it costs $100. Everybody's going to pass up their $100 all the way to the director. And the director will add his $100 to the $700 that was passed up for a total collected of $800, of which $265 of the pass up portion goes to the enroller. So it doesn't matter if you're his BB, his CC, or one of his PL legs, that $265 goes to the enroller. But as far as you're concerned, you're an AA team. $265 is for the product order. $265 is reserved for auto ship in month 2, either PayPal or Green Dot card. Okay, so the process slide 2. This will be at the beginning of week 2. Okay, so that last one was just week 1. So you're going to divide the team into part A and part B. Okay, well, first we need a team. There's our leader, and there's our co-director, and our secretary, Uh, and our treasurer, our trustee 1, oh, trustee 2, trustee 3, and trustee 4. Okay, so here's the line of demarcation with that big old star there. Okay, so the top half, the top 4, will become Part A. The bottom 4 down here, the trustees, will become Part B of the team. Okay, so what are we going to do next? Every team member will identify one person to become a founder of a Love Chapter office. This founder will work to identify his or her team members as you did and prepare to pass up their contribution and split their team into two parts, A and B. Okay, so we're going to identify one person. Everybody on the team, all 8 people, will identify one person. But here's what they represent. Part A of the team will be identifying what we will call BB legs, red legs. Remember what I said? The color doesn't matter. This is just visual training. Part B of the team, now this one's catchy. Part B of the team will identify what we will call CC legs or blue, which will be placed under Part A of the team. In other words, what I just said to you is Part A of the team will all find a BB leg. Part B of the team will find a CC leg, of which they're going to give to Part A. So, in other words, Part A will have a BB and a CC leg and will have passed down to the next team member. And the next team member will have a BB and a CC leg and pass down to the secretary. And the secretary will have a BB and a CC leg and pass down to the treasurer. And the treasurer will have a BB and CC leg and pass down to the first trustee in Part B of the team. Okay, so now we're going to go through that process that I just talked about. As I'm waiting for team somebody, there's got to be a leader. There's a leader someplace. Okay, so there's our director and our co-director and our secretary and our treasurer. Oh, yep, line of demarcation. Our trustee 1, trustee 2. I just never know if 3 is going to come out first. Okay, trustee 3 and trustee 4. Okay, now we have a BB leg over here representing what we're going to put on the left side of everybody. Are we going to do anything else? Oh, okay, so let me see. This co-director, or the number 2 person, is going to put a BB leg underneath the director. Okay. Ah, there it is. So now the director has a BB leg underneath him. Oh, there's a CC leg. Must be getting ready to do some more. Oh, my. Okay, so the trustee number 1, or the first person on Part B of the team, put a CC leg underneath the director. He received, or she received, $265 from each one of these and paid it forward to the co-director. Interesting. So BB and CC pass ups $265 each, which pays number 2 team member to enroll and reserve funds for month 2 auto ship. Okay, so the formula is the total of entry plus auto ship equals 2/3. And half of that, or half of the 530, 50% pass up equals 1/3, so 265. The total of 3/3 equals $795, which was rounded up to $800, divided by the 8 team members is $100. Pass up from number 8's BB, CC, and AA. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 3/3. 3 times $265 pass up equals $800. Divided by 8 equals $100. On week 4, each team member will have their entry contribution returned to them. Cost of entry into the business module, 0. Number 2 puts a BB founder underneath number 1, passes up $265. Okay, that's what we saw over here. So the number 2 person puts a BB person underneath number 1, and that person passes up $265. Number 5 puts a CC leg underneath number 1, passes up $265. The total for number 1's BB and CC leg pass ups is $530. The $530 pays for the number 2's entry into month 2 auto ship. And sorry, my voice is just terribly scratchy today. This pass up and pay it forward to the next team member will continue until the number 8's enrollment is complete and he or she has collected $265 pass up from BB and CC and AA, which will then be divided amongst the team members. Part B of the team. Okay, so we're going to start with our team leader and our co-director and our secretary and our treasurer. And now part B of the team. Our trustee number 1, our trustee number 3, our trustee number 2, and our trustee number 4. Okay, so now what? Okay, so let's see. Number 2 put a BB underneath number 1. Number 5 put a CC underneath number 1. They passed it down to number 2. Number 2 repeated the process. Number 3 repeated the process. Number 4, the treasurer, repeated the process. That's why this trustee is a different color, because they passed up $265 from this BB and this CC to the treasurer, who then passed it to the trustee to pay for his or her first month's enrollment plus the auto ship, a total of $530. Okay, so now what else happens? Okay, part B, number 5, was enrolled on week 2. So this person right here was enrolled on week 2. At the end of part A's pay it forward. Number 6 will enroll a BB founder underneath number 5. Okay, so we're just kind of going to repeat the process over here, except that we're on part B of the team. Oh, and number 1, like number 5, is going to put a CC underneath the first trustee. Number 1 will enroll a CC founder underneath number 5. So we're just going to do what we did up here, except we're going to do it down here. So part A of the team is finding a CC to put underneath part B of the team, and part B of the team will put in their own BB. Okay, so the pattern will continue as in part A, with collecting the pass ups from BB and CC founders and paying it forward to the next part B, AA team member. Number 8 will identify a new AA founder and will collect pass ups from AA, BB, and CC of $265, which he or she will divide with their AA team members, reimbursing the initial contribution to each team member. Okay, so now the Pod Magic system And this part is about entering a new module or module group, the basic understanding of the compensation types. So the last part was giving you that visual effect of the red BBs and the blue CCs and the yellow standing for the team leader and green being the color that each team is made up of seven other members besides the leader. And did I say the PL purples? PL 1, 2, 3, and 4 are purple. And the PL 1 and 2s give the pass up to you so you can roll into a new business module. And the PL 3 and PL 4 pass ups go to love chapters. Now, when they go to love chapters, you're collecting from each team member. So 8 people are giving that pass up of PL3 and PL4 to the Love Chapter office for each individual module or module group. Okay? Your office doesn't keep it all, but almost all of it. So if you are a community office, 75% stays with your community, 15% goes to your state chapter of love, and 5% goes to your country, in this case, Love Chapters USA, and 5% goes to fund Love Chapters Earth Church. So, as you can see, there is an elevated, but this is going to happen, 16 times for every separate business module group. Okay, so now we'll continue. So I wanted you to keep that visual of the previous slides in your head. Okay, so let's move forward. I'm not the best at doing these slides, but bear with me. Between a scratchy voice and a little bit dyslexic, we could have fun. The example being used to demonstrate entering a new module or module group is the actual second module grouping in the PodMagic system, which includes 2 modules, number 2 and number 3. So this is the first module group. The first one was a module. The second one is a module grouping. This entry begins on week 6. Remember, the first PL leg payment coming up is in week 6. So this entry begins in week 6 and can be viewed in detail on http://podmagicsystem.info website. Okay, so I saw that we had our team leader. I don't know where his team is. Oh, there it is. Oh, some walk faster than others. Yeah. Okay, so there's the team. Okay, here we go. Got to do that formula again. Okay, so the product and auto ship total is $1,200. The pass up amount is $600. Remember, half of the product and auto ship. The total for the team is $1,800. The total split 8 ways is $225. Now remember, if you remember the first formula, okay, the pass up is $265 that you're going to be passed up from the first business module on week 6 from your first PL leg. Okay, well, that's $265, and this is $225. So guess where your entry is coming from? Right, from the pass up. Did you put the money in the pass up? Is it coming from your pocket? No, it's coming from the system. Okay, so that's how it's all going to work, but I wanted to kind of show it to you with this. So let's continue here because I'm sure there's something else that we all need to. Let's see, each team member will contribute, well, we figured that one out, $225, which is financially covered by the pass up created by enrolling the first PL leg, PL1, and receiving the pass up of $265. The first module will have already produced a pay and bonuses as well. Oh, so now you're not only given money by the system, but that first business module is already paying you bonuses. Okay, so the number 2's entry in this module group was $300 and number 3 entry was $400. Total of entry was $700. Okay, so that's kind of important because that $700 is part of this $1,200. So the next part is the reserve for auto ships. The number 2 business is $100 and the number 3 auto ship is $400. So the total reserve is $500. Added to the $700 is $1,200 and the total with the pass up is $1,800. Each person passes up $225. It's $900 at part B and $1,800 collected by the leader, of which, what is he going to do? What's the pass up? Right. He's going to take the $600 pass up and give it to the enroller. So it was the same process. Guess how long that process took? That process took 4 weeks, just like the first business module. Week 7. Part A of the team will be enrolled into modules 2 and 3. From Part B and from BB and CC pass-ups to new modules. Week 8, Part B of the team will be enrolled. Okay, so did you need to go out and find new people to enroll? No, you already created, you did that work. You're not even to week 12. The only thing that you are doing is that now, when you're in week 6, is you're identifying a PL2 leg for week 8. And then you'll delegate a PL3 leg in week 10 and a PL4 in week 12. But you're not the same people that you have already enrolled. Those same BB and CC legs are now following you. So it's kind of like a follow me and help me pay it forward. So everybody's going to be paying forward with the aid of the pass ups to the next team member. And so in 4 weeks, you will get your $225 returned to you. Okay, so yeah, and it said it right here. Between weeks 9 and 10, each member will receive their $225 contribution return. Okay, so I kind of wanted to give you a brief on compensation plans. Not that it really matters because everything that has been done with the Pod Magic system has been gone through by me. I have studied the compensation plans. I know what's going to happen, and I think you have enough just following the first 4 weeks and learning how to repeat them and figure out the formula for each, which I've actually done that too. It's on the Pod Magic website. But anyway, so let's understand a compensated community. The first slide of compensation types is for Module 3. The only module to date I know that operates on this type of a system, with the exception of a travel company to which inspired the names given to some of the legs, like BB and CC and PL. Well, PL stands for Power Leg in that particular company. In this one, in this module 3, it will actually be teams. Like PL1 will become team 2, and PL2 leg will either become team 3 or part of team 2. But anyway, so they're compensated communities. Okay, a binary system. Many compensation plans use a binary system or the elements of such a system. It is when you have a right and a left side leg, and often pay is in cycles or volume on the lesser leg. Now that binary system, even though it is the basic for many, many companies, it is kind of grown in some unique ways where they have matrix bonuses and coded bonuses, and there's a whole bunch of names. And you know what? If you try to understand them and you try to read all these compensation plans when you're going to be involved in 18 separate businesses, to understand each of them, to understand all the dynamics of their products and what they offer, to understand everything. It's not necessary. Just follow the leader. The matrix system. This is a system where there is a predetermined count for width and depth. An example is a matrix with 5 wide and 8 in depth. Often, again, you will be paid on the volume of the 4 lesser legs. Like binary systems, a matrix will compress the non active members from the depth count. Okay, and width and depth modules, I just love them because you know what? You get paid on what you do. And if you don't do, you don't get paid. Okay, so width and depth modules. Width and depth modules have no limit in width, but may have a limit to how much depth there is, usually between 8 and 12 in depth. Okay, Module 3, Leadership Training. Okay, so what I'm actually going to show you here is just kind of what it looks like. I gave you the overall. Okay, but because it is based on a community type thing, kind of like Love Chapters is. Okay, you have your team leader, then you have his BB and his CC leg, and then their number two team member, and then their BB and CC leg. Well, somewhere in here is also the BB and CC legs of the BB and CC legs. So I think you're getting the picture. All the BB and CC legs are going to be over here as far as you're concerned, and as far as the teams that you enroll in, they're concerned if they're your BB and CC leg. Okay, so in this particular module, your entire pod team, along with your first enrollees of BB and CC legs and their BB and CC legs, go into a straight line of depth. We call this a tap route or a tap team. Okay, now I know you can barely see this. It says week 12, week 14, week 16, and week 18, because that's when in this business module you're entering this in week 6. So 6 weeks from your entry date is when you put your first PL leg in, and that would be 6 weeks plus 6 weeks is week 12. Okay, so you'll be putting in your PL one leg, and on week 14 your PL two leg, in week 16 your PL3 leg, and in week 18 your PL4 leg. Now remember, the pass up here and the pass up here is going to go to you to enroll in yet another business. Okay, or module grouping 3. Okay, the pass up from PL3 and PL4 will go to Love Chapters. Okay, so to the left is what your team looks like in 4 weeks. Down 25 in the tap route for an 8-person team, following the Pod Magic for this module week 6 through 10. Okay, so it takes from week 6 to 10 to build this business. Weeks 12 through 18 in this module, you each enroll a PL leg every 2 weeks that will follow the same 4-week pattern. Okay, and that's the same for everything. So once you have that first 4-week pattern down pat, you understand when your BB and CC leg is going to be passing up to you to enter another business module or to pay your next person in. Okay, you have completed the work weeks of the Pod Magic system on week 12. Okay, on all modules 2 through 18, the PL1 and PL2 pass-ups is used for your enrollment and auto ships, and PL3 and PL4 pass-ups go to Love Chapters. This money is created by the system. Each time an AA leader is enrolled yellow, the 4-week process begins. Okay, so every time that there is a yellow enrolled in depth, the process begins all over with their BB and CC legs and those BB and CC legs. Okay, I think we're ready to move on to the next one. Oh, okay, so this has got to be a binary. Okay, so we have an enroller and we have you, and you have your BB and your CC leg. And I'm not going to go through a lot of depth because each of these is explained as you go through the system. And it's there to see on the website, on the Podmagic system.info website. You can see it there, but let's run through it and see what we've got. Okay, the binary modules. Okay, so when we have a binary module, this is the way that you enroll. You are the Pod AA team. You. Your BB leg goes left, your CC leg goes right. Your AA pod team member below you goes left. Okay, now most of the time in a Podmagic system, when your BB that you put left has their BB and CC, and your CC that you put right has their BB and CC, and your AA pod team member has their BB and CC, that will constitute a cycle. Okay, so, or it's a 6-3 cycle. You have 3 on the right, 6 on the left, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. A binary is a binary, it goes left and right. Okay, but it is important that you place legs properly so that you take advantage of the fact that everybody is duplicating the same thing, and it makes this grow exponentially all the way down. So then we're going to put our first PL leg right, our second PL leg left, our third PL leg right, and our fourth PL leg left. Now, what that should tell you is that because we have an odd number of legs in total, 7 legs, that the left side is going to be a little bit stronger than the right hand side. Okay, but here's where the difference changes. Oh, sort of, maybe. Your right side has 3 legs that you have enrolled there, and they're going to enroll their 7th legs, and even though it's going on their left side, it's still on your right side. So if that made any sense at all. But this is kind of what it looks like and how it grows. And every time that you get that 6 on one side and 3 on the other, it's going to constitute a cycle. And in this particular business module that's in our grouping, that cycle means $54. Well, the first cycle may take 4 weeks, and then the second cycle might take 4 days. And it starts happening so fast you won't be able to count. You'll just look on your website and it will say you have cycled X amount of times today. And so this Friday you're going to be paid this much. And isn't that really all you care about, is that bottom line? Because that bottom line is what's going to fund your mission. Okay. I think this is the matrix. Yep, the matrix modules. Told you I was going to get tongue tied. A matrix is a set, width, and depth. The example we will use is a 5 by 5 matrix. You would use your AA, BB, CC, PL1, and PL2 to complete the width of this matrix. If your team count is 8, then in 4 months, 16 weeks, the entire matrix is filled and you are ready to begin adding in PL3 and PL4 into a new matrix. You are paid each month by each person in the matrix having a set volume order. In this case, each leg of the matrix is around $11,000 based on an active filled matrix. Let's continue to see the visual of a 5 by 5 filled matrix. Oh, and compression and dynamic compression are terms used to describe the removal of persons that do not have an active autoship in the matrix. Anyone using the Podmagic system would never worry about being compressed out because we would have too much to lose by not ordering or keeping an active auto ship order. Okay, so in the matrix, you're number one. You have enrolled 5 people. Those 5 people have enrolled 25 people. So on your third level, you have 25 people. On your fourth level, you have 125 people. And on your fifth level, you have 625 people. And each of those matrices will look the same. So, in essence, 33,125 people involved in your 5 by 5 matrix. Okay, and that is $55,000. Okay, here's the visual of the matrix. Okay, PL1s under your entire team, 8 levels in depth, will happen on week 6. Remember, only 5 levels in depth count. PL2 for your entire team of 8 will be enrolled 8 levels of depth, which only 5 count. If you enroll your PL2 on week 8, then it will be 8 additional weeks for that PL leg to have his or her PL leg to complete the 5 by 5 matrix, or 16 weeks or 4 months. Now, if you remember what I said or showed you in the previous screen about what you earn on a filled matrix of active persons, business owners, making sure that they pay their auto ship, then you know what this means. This is huge. This matrix business is a huge business. Now, considering that you have a PL3 and a PL4, and you could easily make that, or on your own, a PL5, 6, and 7, then you would have had a second filled matrix. I mean, it's pretty huge. But, again, don't concentrate on it. Just follow the pattern, because every business is designed for your success as it's intertwined with the Pod Magic system. 2 little lines, guess they go somewhere. Oh, width and depth modules. Okay, can tell that's my favorite, can't you? Okay, so with your BB and CC legs on the first level, you have 3. On your second level, you have 9. On your third, 27. On your fourth, 81. On your fifth, 243. On your sixth, 729. On your seventh, 2,187 persons. On your eighth, 6,561 persons. On your ninth, and so on. Okay, look at number 12, 531,441 persons involved. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like. There's your depth of 7. Okay, and everybody's got an AA and a BB and a CC and a PL 1 through 4. And this is just kind of showing you what it looks like. Because your BB and your CC legs and your AA team legs are going to constantly fill pretty fast. This is just showing 4 persons from your team, or 5 below you, 6 below you. I can't count. But when this person way down here, no matter what week this is, if this is week 3, then 3 plus 6 is 9. So on week 9, they will put their PL leg in, or etc., etc. If you're understanding, they will just follow the pattern. So width and depth modules are very common, along with often being integrated into binary programs. Remember what I said when we looked at the binary screen, that some binary programs are used, or some aspect of a binary program is used in many business module compensation plans. Okay, so in total, when we have 7 legs that we have enrolled, then we'll have 49 below them because they'll each have their 7, and 7 times 7 is 49, and 7 times 49 is 343, and so on all the way down to the ninth level, of which there would be 40,000, 40 million. Let me get my numbers straight here because sometimes they don't compute. 40,353 people and 343,607. Geez, I can't read that number. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it just goes on its own. Um, if you had that many people in your business, and let's just say that half of them are likely, because even with the Pod Magic system and love chapters, we're going to have some people that just won't stick it out. It's so easy. You're in money right away. You're getting money the end of the very first week that you're enrolled in business. You're getting a bonus on week 2. You're getting another bonus on week 3 and another bonus on week 4 plus your money back. I mean, why wouldn't you want to stick with the system? But you know what? Sometimes it happens. Okay, so but if half of those came through and you imagine that that company is making $200 or $300 per month off of each one of those people, you can understand the kind of money that you might be making. So that's my point, and that's the end. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, so the one thing that we really brought out in this whole thing is that it's all about teamwork. Most often, it's a lack of funding that halts a great mission. I do hope that you have found this video helpful, but more so, I hope you have seen the magic that teamwork creates in making the dream work, not just for love, but for your mission. Right, that's why we do this. Yes, Love is a Mission. It's a humanitarian outreach program at the community level that, of course, we want in all communities. And in order to get them in all communities, we need people. And those people are working the Pod Magic system that funds the Love Chapter offices. And most of those people have missions. And so, therefore, with all of this freedom from time commitments and what money affords, those missions are coming true. So it's amazing. Thanks for joining me. This again is Trinity Clark, founder of Love Chapters Earth Church. I apologize for my scratchy voice and scratchy throat and telephones ringing in the background and whatever all else is going on in my house. And you know what? I just love it. It's home. I love each of you. Have a great day.